welcome back for another episode of the Center for Reducing Health Disparities Stir Crazy. Hey, ladies, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
Hey,
Good.
it's good to see you. I love the tree. I see two trees, other than mine, Jacquie. I love it.
But listen. I have tiny human friends who were appalled that I only had a Festivus pole, and so they made a point to give me one of their tiny trees. So
Got you.
Aw.
yeah,
That's cute.
they were like, "But where will you hang the ornaments we made you?" And I was like,
Good point. Good point, little people. Okay, that's so cute. Yeah, so this is our holiday edition to our show today. So this should be pretty fun. My name is Erika Hood, and I work at the Center for Reducing Health Disparities, and I have my co-host Jacquie Delata here with me today. Hey, Jacquie. And then we have
"Guys,
two of our center staff. Can you ladies introduce yourself, Maria?
Sure. Hi, my name is Maria, and I work at the center. I'm a research coordinator, and I've been there. Well, I've been at Metro for 10 years. I just got my little book with all the, it's so cute. Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah. My 10th year anniversary. So.
and Morgan, she is the newest to the gang. How are you, Morgan? You can introduce yourself.
Yes, hi, I'm Morgan. I'm a research assistant, working on the sleep apnea study. And yeah, I just started in September. So
Awesome.
happy to be here.
Starting in the midst of a pandemic and then literally hitting the ground running. So you've been doing an awesome job and welcome. All right, ladies. So it's the time of the show where we share some of our favorite snacks we've been indulging on. Maybe if there's a recipe you want to share. I'll kick it off because I am a Black girl in Trader Joe's. Like, I love Trader Joe's, and they have that little Instagram page now, Black Girls in Trader Joe's. It's just my spot. So I haven't opened it yet, but it's the sparkling beverage, the sugar plum sparkling beverage. So I'll try this later on today. And I think on one of the shows, I was munching like popcorn. Another show, the black bean tortilla chips. Now it's graham crackers. Like, I feel like a toddler. Like, I'm in preschool because I'm just munching on graham crackers. They are so good. So this is like my little eating obsession here lately.
this is my latest find from Costco. Are these little chocolate almond nuggets that have like a bunch of different little healthy seeds in it, so I don't feel so bad eating all this chocolate because I'm like, oh, but there's almond and pumpkin seeds and chia seeds, so that's okay. And my beverage of choice would be, around this time is a Christmas ale. So love a Great Lakes Christmas ale. I know there's a ton out on the market, but I just still feel like Great Lakes did it best, and every year's a little different.
Christmas ale.
Not to say that there's a Christmas ale in here, but
So I don't know if you've heard, Puerto Ricans make coquito. It's a holiday beverage we make. Well, the one I have right now doesn't have any alcohol. Usually we put a little bit of rum, white rum in it. This one is pumpkin. I made it myself. So. And yeah, it's so good. It's sweet. It's amazing. It just takes you back to your childhood. Well, my childhood.
My sister put us on. She was like, oh, you have to try this chili soup. It's like a turkey white bean chili from Whole Foods. It's actually very good. It's in a bowl. It looks unappetizing, so I guess I'll just keep it to myself. But because it's like mushy and white, but it's so good. I like soups. They're fun. I made like a squash pumpkin soup for dinner the other day. So I love the fall.
So, ladies, it's time to get into our questions for this episode. We have our fishbowl here. I'll just read through a question and we'll kind of give all of our different takes. First question, New Year, who this? New Year's resolutions. So, I don't know what your take is on New Year's resolutions, but if you have any ideas for things that you want to do differently in 2021, try in 2021,
Last year I was really good at my New Year's resolution, and I like stuck to keeping up with my laundry. And so that was like a big one for me. And I've talked about this on our staff meetings a little bit. I try to pick a new area of the house, a cupboard, a drawer, like once a week, and try to like organize, purge, whatever. So I want to keep that tradition going into 2021 so I can keep on, just keeping things organized. But I don't know about you guys. I need to lose some quarantine pounds. So exercising is so cliche, but so on the agenda for 2021.
Mine is, I want to save money. I want to save money. Evan and I have been talking about purchasing a house to like fix it and maybe sell it or something. So we have dreams that we're always talking about, in ideas and things like that. So I want to save more money next year. Hopefully I can. Since we are not able to go out and shop so much. I used to just get up and go to the store and just spend the money. Well, we can't do that anymore. So I'm like, I can do this. I can do it. I just can't sit in front of the computer and start ordering stuff, random stuff.
So bad.
So yeah, that's my resolution. And yeah, start working out again, because I was doing so good in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I was going to the gym every day, at least 5 to 6 days a week.
I remember that. Yep.
First 3 months of the year, and then boom, COVID happened.
I want to read more. When I was younger, like when I was a kid in school, I read a lot. Like I'd bring a book to church. My parents were like, okay. And I'd be like in the pews reading Harry Potter. And so, but I kind of, stopped reading leisurely when I went to school just because, I had to read certain things and it was a lot. So that's something I want to get into more. And also to drink more water. Like it's something small, but something that's pretty impactful and really good for you. It's just like chugging lots of water every day.
That's a good one. Let's share a mental health tip with our listeners, our viewers today. What is a good mental health tip that you can share that helps you get through those yucky days?
I'd say something I've been trying to do more is like doing things more spontaneously. Like I think like I like structure's fun, having a set time that you do everything, but I also enjoy like being like, oh, like kind of impulsively being like, I'm just going to go on a walk like right now because I can, or I'm just going to call this friend and like see if they answer. And like, if they do, then we'll probably have like a great conversation. And like, I always feel like so much better after it. And so kind of like, or like, oh, I just noticed we have all the ingredients for cookies. Might as well just bake them right now. And so just like doing things more spontaneously and not having to like plan out so much of my day.
Awesome. Well, I have found myself cleaning. when I'm frustrated or I feel like I'm, I feel down or whatever, I always find myself cleaning something. So I think that makes me feel better. And also I'm so thankful that I have a dog because, she makes me feel a lot better every time I feel down. I can always, pet her and I'm just like so much better afterwards. So
that's a mental health tip too. I would highly recommend one of these to anybody. It has been like the silver lining of working from home or these guys and the pandemic. We joke all the time, like I have no idea how they're ever gonna adjust when we have to go back full time because it's just like stage 5 clingers. Like my quick trips to a grocery store and they're just by the door, like I can't even believe that you left me. So, but such good, like you talk about emotional support dogs. I recommend a Frenchie too. Look at this face.
No, when we all came home, my cat was like, y'all aren't supposed to be here. These are the times of the days when you're out. I thought I had the house to myself.
Favorite holiday memory? My favorite holiday memory is definitely the day after Thanksgiving, living with my parents and my dad playing the Temptations Christmas album, because that was like the day that we could start listening to Christmas music in our family. Like that was the rule, not until after Thanksgiving. And then he would wake up in the morning, you know, it was Friday, everyone was off work, and we would listen to that and wake up like, oh, you know, it's officially holiday season for us. So that part was super cute.
Decorations at my parents' house. My mom, I don't even know how many boxes of Christmas decorations she has. She has always just been like gone so all out and like unique little, like it's the snowman section over here. She's got her nutcracker collection over here. And then my dad is way into like old school trains. So like the train like that has like smoke and, you know, goes around. And my brother and I, when we were little, we would like hide baby Jesus from the manger, like in the train, and make him reappear on Christmas. Like just the most ridiculous stuff. So, and I felt so, my parents got a new TV. And so I went over like masked up and helped them set up their TV. And I looked around and my mom's like, I know I decorated. I know nobody's going to be here, but I still had to decorate. And I just was like, oh, like I loved it. And also like so heartbreaking at the same time. So anyway.
I was about 8 or 9 years old. My dad, I don't know if you know that my dad used to sing. He was alive, and he used to go to like a lot of different churches in Puerto Rico, and sometimes he would take us with him. So this one night, it was the night before Christmas. I remember like it was today, and he sang at this church. So when we were coming back, he saw that this one store is like a Walmart here, but it's a different store in Puerto Rico. He stopped there and he got us the first Nintendo ever for all of us. It was 7 of us. So you can imagine how happy we were. We could not wait to get home and just open it up. And yeah, so that's my favorite memory of all.
Nintendo, yes.
I'd say also similar to Jackie, decorations. My grandmother has a ton of, like, she goes all out, has a ton of decorations, and she like has a lot of her mother's Christmas ornaments, because my great grandmother was a school teacher, so her students would make ornaments and like give them to her. So like we still hang them on the tree like till this day. And so as my grandmother and as my grandparents got older, like it was kind of a lot for just my grandmother like to put all the ornaments on the tree by herself. So me and my immediate family, and then we have like a couple of really close family friends, we would come over like in the beginning of December, and we would have like a tree trimming party. And it was always like sometimes just a big joke, because there would just be like still like bags and boxes just like coming down the stairs. We're like, there's more, we don't want to hang up anymore, please, no, there's no more space on the tree. And it was always a ton of fun, and we ended up it became like a regular thing, and it was a tradition. And yeah, we like sometimes would spend the night or like come wearing our pajamas, and then we like added like a gift exchange to it as well, like a Secret Santa. So yeah, super fun.
Favorite winter activity. Okay, this is like so easy for me. What is you guys' favorite winter activity? Mine, hands down, is snowboarding, or like walking on fresh snow, just like being the first footprints in fresh. Oh my gosh, it's like so addicting.
My favorite's ice skating. We had a pond in my growing up, and we would always just play, my brothers and I, hockey out there. Nobody was very good, but we just played, and we always had fun, you know, getting on skates. I don't know if my ankles could handle it these days, but I really do enjoy ice skating, even if I'm horrible. And my nickname was Icebreaker. My friends used to call me, because I would just, yes, everybody else had cute nicknames like Ice Princess and Ice this, and I was Icebreaker because I kept on falling down. So whatever. Jerks.
Yeah, I hate the cold. I can never get used to it. I love watching the snow fall down. It's beautiful on Christmas Day because it's my birthday, and I always expect it, you know. And when it doesn't snow, it's like, it's kind of weird, you know. But I don't know. I enjoy the warm days of Christmas.
Okay, those
I love going out and looking at the lights. That's what I like doing.
Okay.
We just did that Sunday night too. We went to downtown. We went around the neighborhoods. There's a lot of beautiful houses and they have them decorated beautifully. So I enjoy doing that. That's something I used to do with my mom too. So
That was a good one. You pulled something out of it. That was pretty good.
If you ever find yourself, I know it's kind of far. I used to live in Twinsburg, so that's why I know about this. But if you ever find yourself in Hudson, there's a house that has this massive reindeer statue where the horns is like their horns is like a chandelier. And apparently like there used to be a department store, Hallie's, in like downtown, and they like would put those outside, but the fire department apparently then was like, no, this is a liability. So they kept them in storage, and then when the department store closed, they gave them away. So like these like random civilian human regular people bought them, and they like put it out during Christmas, and it's huge and it's so cool. I would recommend. I thought it was a fever dream when I first saw it. If you're ever down there, but yeah.
Favorite holiday movie? I can go like sentimental or I can go goofy. Like I'm gonna say Polar Express because I literally cry when I watch. I love me some Polar Express.
That's my husband's favorite too, and I had never seen it, and he loves it.
Lampoons, like Christmas Vacation, like that's classic. You just can't have Christmas without that. And then now the new one, Jingle Jangle. God, it's so good. It's so good. If you haven't watched Jingle Jangle on Netflix, please partake. It's really good.
I'm a big fan of Home Alone.
Oh, go ahead.
I love Home Alone. Yeah, personally, all of them, even the ones where Macaulay Culkin isn't in them. Love them.
No, Home Alone is good too. That's a really good one.
Yeah, Elf is mine. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I laugh every time. I just love it. So it makes me laugh, and so love me some Will Ferrell.
Do you eat spaghetti with maple syrup when you watch it?
No.
What about you, Maria?
I love Home Alone. And it's funny you mentioned this because my husband will sit in the chair and we'll watch every new series, movies, Christmas movies that they put on Netflix. I swear he has seen them all. He was asking me what else could he watch now. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to go to Hulu or Disney Plus because
right.
Yeah, he's done with Netflix.
Binge Fest. What have you all been binging on television? I'll start.
Go ahead.
Netflix, Virgin River.
Did it? Oh, I did it too.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
So corny and just
so cheesy
and so good. And I'm like ready for season 3. Let's go. And I'm so sad that I found out about this show right when season 2 drops and I have to wait for forever. But if you have not seen Virgin River and you just want to think happy thoughts, just watch the show. It's so good.
Don't have like a male around because my husband's walked in a couple of times like, what are you watching? And I'm like, don't worry about it, look away.
Normally I can like sucker my boyfriend into watching something. He was like, no, I'm not doing this with you. Like, this looks terrible. It's literally like a cheesy novel picked up off the shelf from your aunt's house and put in Netflix world. Like, it's crazy.
That's actually what it was, though, right? Like,
I saw the
romance like novel.
I have a family friend sent me the list of all the novels, and I'm like, there were so many books that went along with the series. It's crazy.
Well, I'm into Colombian series. I watch a lot of Spanish shows. So, and I love Colombian series. I love their accent. I don't know, for some reason. So right now I'm watching this one. It's called Her Mother's Killer. It's really good. And then on my list is Selena, which came out. So
I've heard mixed reviews. Beware.
Yeah, I've heard, from both sides. So some people like it, some people don't. And it's like, I got to watch it.
Yep, you just got to make your own mind up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's on my list.
Let's see. I stopped watching it just for like a second, just because I was like, let me get my life in order. But Fargo, it's like really funny and strange. Like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Fargo. Like, each season is kind of like an anthology, and it takes place in the Midwest. So they have like those strong like Minnesota accents. It's like North Dakota. It's actually pretty good. One of my friends told me about it. And then something that I watched, like, I finished it up a few weeks ago, and I'm so sad there's only 2 seasons. It's on Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon Prime original, actually. It's called The Boys, and it's based off of a comic series. Like, you know how we have like, you know, DC and Marvel, and like, you know, we have these superheroes, and there's like the superhero genre is like very much its own archetype. The Boys was a comic book series written to kind of be like the opposite of that, where like, what if the superheroes aren't as good as we thought they were, and like, what if they do evil things and like, you know, mess up like regular humans do, and they're like not as pure and good as we think they are. And it's kind of cool because like kind of like the premise of it is like all these superheroes are like under this like PR company, and like it just has a lot of connections to the real world, how like celebrities and athletes kind of like move about, and it's really funny and pretty good and thought-provoking. I would recommend. It's like a comedy action, pretty gory, just an FYI, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
I want to not claim Virgin River, okay? And I am gonna say, so I binge watched The Crown, 4 seasons. It was good. It was really good. I feel like the actors and actresses are so good in it, and they like change. And so you want to learn about QE2, like Queen Elizabeth. There's some scandal. I love it. And Cobra Kai. I mean, for all that 80s nostalgia, it's like the Karate Kid, but what if, you know, Ralph Macchio wasn't the hero, right? Like, and so it focuses on the other guy, Johnny, who like, you know, kind of got a bad rap, and he talks about it. It's hilarious. It's like super nostalgic. So the soundtrack is, and just to see these guys grown up, and it's so funny. So I would highly recommend that.
So the last question is, in what ways have we like given back? A lot of this time has been very rough. So having the opportunity to be charitable is always great. And last Saturday, I had the opportunity to go help pack boxes of food at a church, which was pretty cool. They were doing COVID testing. So I got my first COVID test. I was so scared, but I was like, you're here. Why wouldn't you? And it wasn't bad at all. And the results came back the next day and everything was all good. So that part was great. But just seeing that folks actually showed up intentionally for these boxes of food, you know, and just making sure that they saw a smile in your eyes when you handed them the items, because we can't really, you know, show our smiles like we used to, but it felt good.
I feel like something I've been doing, especially since I came back home in March, is just like contributing to like mutual aid funds, and like just like GoFundMe's, or like when someone shares something on social media, like, hey, this person is having like a really hard time, like being able, like they've recently like they're struggling, you know, having a hard time like paying rent, just like sending money, no questions asked, even if it's just like $1, $5. And especially back when I was not employed and was a student, something I would often do is like just share people's like links for things, links for funds, if they were business owners or things like that, like sharing their craft, sharing their work, and supporting people in ways that I could, even if I personally didn't have money to contribute or couldn't be there for someone physically. Making sure that I was able to spread the word, because it's $0 to click a share button. So
yeah, I don't know, I guess, you know, June-ish, started donating to some political causes and Black Lives Matter, and you know, I didn't want it to be a one-time thing, so they'll kind of like remind you there's other things going, and I just felt like that was important. You know, I've donated now to the Georgia campaigns. That's never really been like my jam before, but just felt like this was the year to kind of like, I wasn't going to physically get out there, but I wanted to, you know what I mean? I mean, there's a reason why like big donors and donations, they ask for them, because it really does, it moves the needle in some way or helps in some way. So I felt like, okay, this is something I can do from the safety of my home and still contribute to these issues that are important to me. So put my money where my mouth is, you know?
As they say, open up your purse, not your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say on anything. Let me just, you know, here's another PayPal transaction.
Well, that's good. Let's keep that giving spirit flowing through into 2021. And I just want to thank you all for hanging out today and having this cool conversation, sending you virtual hugs and love. I love you all. I miss you. And just wishing you a really good holiday. It's going to be different. So just making sure that your heart is filled in any way that you can get it, get things to kick off joyously.